Old Town Curry County is being transformed into affordable housing for veterans. We'll take a closer look inside the new housing units.
Plus, we're tracking the lasting effects of Sunday's storm and how to keep yourself safe from potentially dangerous conditions.
And I promise you this is an April Fool's joke, but we're waking up with some wintry conditions across the region. I'll take a closer look at what you can expect for your commute coming up.
Live, local, late breaking. This is NewsWatch 12 this morning.
Good morning. The time is 6 a.m. on April 1st. Welcome to NewsWatch 12 this morning. I'm Damon Alvarado.
I'm Brinkley Hill. We're first checking in with Storm Tracker 12 meteorologist Sarah Kress to see where this snow is and how much it's going to affect people this morning.
Well, definitely it's snowy for most of us across the region. The areas west side not dealing with these snowy conditions that we're seeing into Siskiyou County, along the Cascades and over east side, but temperatures this morning are rather cool for us. Cold into Mount Shasta, 32, and in Wairika, 31 in Klamath Falls, but into Medford, 43 degrees this morning. Checking in with the passes, we are dealing with snow. Plan for some extra time this morning. And if you're heading through Siskiyou Summit, snow is out on the road as well. Over east side, definitely carry some chains with you if you have to travel through the passes. But along 140 this morning and 97, slick spots. And I'd say into Siskiyou County, if you're heading along I-5 this morning, you're going to be encountering some snow. Snowman Summit as well. It's going to be a snowy commute ahead for you this morning. So we do have multiple winter weather advisories in place, winter storm warnings, and then those will be expiring as we head into the afternoon today. But checking in currently, like I mentioned, areas over west side more dealing with that shower-like activity. Snow levels this morning are around 2,500 feet. I'll be tracking if they do dip a bit lower, so we could see possibly a bit of snow in it to our lower west side passes, but I'll keep you updated. But for today, cooler high temperatures, definitely pretty similar to yesterday and into the afternoon. We do have the chance for a thunderstorm mainly over west side and closer to the coast. So coming up in our next forecast, I'll go ahead and break down how much snow we'll be seeing for the day and when we'll finally begin to see that spring-like weather.
This weekend's windstorm left some lasting damages across our region. While power has been mostly restored, debris cleanup is continuing this morning. Take a look at the trees and branches filling local waterways and adding to the flooding we've been experiencing. The Jackson County Sheriff's Office has been on the water trimming out debris that could be dangerous to recreational users. NewsWatch 12 did speak with local outfitters to learn more about the hazardous conditions that these trees can make.
Debris in the river can be super dangerous, especially big trees, root wads, stuff like that. Basically, it forms what we call a strainer, which is going to be something that the water is able to flow through, but you know, your watercraft, your boat, your kayak, your raft, whatever, is not going to float through it.
Increased danger and need for the removal of debris is already present this time of the year. The high water leaves less time to react, and we were told it can make rescues harder. Local outfitters also told us they will stop and scout problem areas. Some have halted or changed routes on trips due to hazards in the water.
And the Oregon State Marine Board also warning boaters about these dangerous waterways. Rivers are still being cleared this morning and may have floating debris, swift currents, and cold water. Boaters who want to head out on the river today or over the next few days should plan ahead. Children under 12 are required to wear a life jacket in all boats.
Some affordable housing is on its way to help support our veterans. Brookings Core Response is converting a Gold Beach hotel into affordable units. The nonprofit is responding to the increased homelessness in Curry County following the COVID-19 pandemic and other economic impacts. Courage Lane cottages will have fully renovated units for individuals. It will also include a community center, a pocket park, and on-site support services for its residents.
This is a 18-unit affordable housing project. It's veterans housing, and so veterans have preference. And in Curry County, we have one of the largest homeless vet populations, and so that's kind of why we chose this as our initial project.
Brookings Core Response plans to have additional land to expand and build additional cottages after the completion of Courage Lane cottages.
Starting at 9 a.m., Ashland's 90-day overnight weather shelter will shut down. Rogue Retreat has managed the shelter nightly since the year began, and they've helped 7 people at the shelter find stable housing. NewsWatch 12 has been following the use of 2200 Ashland Street as it's changed operators. Fire code restrictions on the building prevent the shelter from operating more than 90 days in a calendar year. The city says they hope to begin remodeling the building to make it code compliant. This comes after the city council voted to leverage funds to upgrade the shelter in November. The group is now working with the remaining guests to find alternative solutions.
We're seeing the first photos of some of the animals that were surrendered last week when a Lapine woman was arrested on 69 counts of animal neglect. The Humane Society of Central Oregon helped rescue over 30 dogs and are currently providing medical evaluations and treatment. The organization says that these dogs are suffering from various health issues, including malnourishment, injuries, and chronic diseases. The shelter's resources are strained with the addition of these 30 animals, now at full capacity for dogs.
Illinois Valley Fire District has announced the death of 2 people within the fire district. Photographer Del Sandberg and ex-firefighter Gary Bjornstad, due to medical complications Monday morning. Now, the fire district says they will provide more updates regarding services and opportunities to support their families.
This morning, U of O classes are back in session as a historic faculty strike was avoided. This morning, students and faculty waiting to see if this agreement will be ratified. Administration and faculty reached a tentative agreement on Sunday night. More than 1,500 employees bargained for this for over a year on this new contract. The agreement has salary increases for workers through at least September of 2026. The union says a pay increase was a top concern as faculty members struggle to make a living wage.
We got an announcement like a week ago that the strike was going to happen, but we didn't know which teachers were going to participate or cross the picket line or not. So that's kind of more what we were confused about.
Yeah, I was kind of worried about not being able to go to my classes if they were striking, but it all worked out. So
the tentative agreement still needs to be ratified by the union sometime over the next 3 days. The university and the union say it should be business as usual unless ratification doesn't go through. We will continue to follow this story.
This morning, phase 1 of demolition at North Bedford High School is 95% complete. While students were away for spring break, demolition crews made some major progress on the gym. Medford School District says engineers have been on scene for key assessments. The district preparing for the next steps in that process. The architect and engineering team has officially selected for rebuild. Discussions for a temporary structure for athletics does continue.
Klamath Community College's Apprenticeship Center was awarded over $300,000 from the Oregon Department of Energy through the Energy Efficiency Grant. The grant money will be used to expand the college's HVAC program, and the goal of the program is for students to receive hands-on training and earn industry-recognized certifications to prepare students for their careers. This 2-year grant will help cover tuition and other costs to help students and more. In Klamath Union Culinary and Klamath Grown teamed up for the annual Find Your Farmer event. Culinary students created 4 recipes using locally grown foods to serve up a unique hands-on experience. Menu items created and served by the culinary students included steak tacos, homemade pesto, mushroom bruschetta, and focaccia bread.
Yum, might be 6 a.m. That still sounds delicious. Now, we are taking a live look at Mount Ashland this morning. Quite the view to start our April, but warm temperatures.
Good amount of snow coming down.
Yeah, warm temperatures are approaching later this week. So Mount Ashland has said that they are returning to their weekends only operation schedule. Now, the changes begin this week and they'll run through the end of February. The mountain says they've gotten several inches of fresh snow over the weekend, but if you head up for some spring skiing, they do recommend checking the mountain report before heading up to Mount Ashland.
We haven't gotten our Sarah ski video, so maybe we'll get that sometime
I know,
soon.
we got to get Sarah out there.
Got to get on the slopes.
No, you won't. No, we won't. Well, it is April, and Governor Tina Kotek has proclaimed that this month is going to be Oregon Arbor Month throughout the state. The governor says trees play an integral role in fostering healthy communities. The declaration reflects the loss of many trees in Oregon in recent years to wildfires, extreme heat, and drought. Now, while Arbor Day is a nationwide celebration of trees, Oregon will now celebrate trees for the whole month. And tonight, Ashland City Council will meet to discuss the second reading of an ordinance that's 3257, which outlines weed and other vegetation prior to fire season. Now, if the ordinance is passed, this will update and align the ordinance with current best practices and provide additional time for compliance before fire restrictions take effect. The city says it's essential to start addressing grasses and weeds sooner rather than later.
Oregon Division of Financial Regulation and Oregon AARP will be hosting a Fraud Fighter Summit and Resource Fair next weekend here in Medford. The free events will provide insights on current scams. Attendees will learn tips on how to protect themselves from potential scams. You can find more details on next week's event by heading to our website, ktrv.com.